President Polisi is just like such a positive part of my Juilliard experience.
He's amazing. I don't know how he does all the things that he does. And he somehow has a way of inspiring us all.
Dr. Polisi made me a better man, a better artist, and a better leader because he looked and listened to me according to what I could be.
What really struck me was how genuinely curious he seemed about each of us.
Literally from the day that I was invited to come to the school, I received a personal letter from Dr. Polisi.
President Polisi sent me this handwritten note saying, talking about how visceral the play felt.
That kind of continued through my entire experience with vocal arts and everything else, that he would handwrite letters about his experiences to the students.
The sense of care that he took to actually handwrite that note and mail it to me blew me away, and I think about that to this day.
Adam Driver and I, at the end of our first year, we really wanted to do True West by Sam Shepard. We were really adamant that we were going to do it, and if the school wasn't going to do it, we were going to do it ourselves. And so, I'm not very organized, but I'm very driven, and Adam is both. And so he wrote to Jopo, and Jopo gave us $500.
Joseph reached out to me, really reached out to me personally to kind of pull me back into the Juilliard community by asking me to be an active alum. And he made me feel like I was still a part of the legacy.
He's been here for 34 years. That's all you need to know about what kind of a president he has been.
It's very clear to me that Joseph is the founder of modern Juilliard.
You sense an extraordinary kindness and extraordinary generosity in everything that he does.
The shift in the whole environment of the school has been so tremendous, but particularly in the attention given to students.
And the transformation is so vast, it's like he took the curtains off of the school and let the light in.
The school now looks out on Broadway in a new way, and people driving by and walking by see the dancers and can just feel the energy of the students here.
And he's left shoes that are so big to fill. Not just for Juilliard, not just for Damien and for all of us who are involved in the arts, but for anybody who's interested in leadership. He's exemplary.
Beginning of this year, I was at a faculty meeting and I was sitting next to Liz Smith, who is an original drama faculty member. She turned to me and she said, "Richard, you have no idea the profound impact that Joseph has had on this school."
The echo from Joseph Polisi of The Artist as Citizen really embodied fully in this building. He's changed a generation.
The care of the students and their humanity, with no compromise on the rigor and the excellence of the training, but understanding that these are young people who needed to be nurtured as well as challenged. And she said it's a different school, you wouldn't recognize it, and that's down to Joseph.
Through the work that President Polisi has done and through a lot of different kinds of innovation at the school, it's become a place which is much more inclusive.
This institution is so much better for the time that he has been here.
He was someone who believed in the artist as citizen, somebody who contributes to the community as well as becoming a great virtuoso and creative force. You're giving that life force back.
I came to Juilliard because of the environment that he created here. And since the moment I met Juilliard students, I realized that they had a different way to approach art, and they had a very open mind, and they were so willing to share. He made that possible.
Artist as citizen, citizen artist, citizen artistry. I think we hear this phrase a lot. I think it's defined by different people in different ways, but I think the essence of it is that your creative practice and your social awareness, your social practice are interwoven.
He saw the way in which society was changing and growing and the artist's role in society.
And I just remember that light bulb moment of, yes, this is exactly what I've been thinking, and this gives me a framework, a conceptual placemaking for how this is to work. And so for that, I think that Camille and I are very grateful because it gave us the beginnings of a roadmap.
It was really nice to be a part of a group of people with Joseph talking about
the world.
It took us outside of just being a musician or a dancer. It really pushed us to think outside the box.
And to this day, he's one of my biggest cheerleaders and supporters. I guess I shouldn't be so surprised about it, but I think that's really quite remarkable for the president of a conservatory to be proud of one of his mentees who's now a physician. So I am very grateful to him.
So I just appreciate how much he's invested with time and himself into the students in the school.
He's just very generous. And where I'm from, we like to call that soulful. He's a soulful dude.
As with so many other things with Joseph, he's a teacher. He's a teacher by example, and I luckily and happily count myself among the many who've learned from him.
I have the very deepest love and respect for him that is possible to accord another person.
How lucky are we to have had him all these years?